So you want to change careers, but you don't know how to transfer your skills. This is a very common thing that we get asked inside Work It Daily. As a 20-year career coaching veteran, people are often done with the career they were in. They want to do something different, but they don't know how to make the jump. Well, in today's live podcast, Just Ask JT, I'm going to be breaking down exactly what myself and my team do to help people change career directions successfully. It's not rocket science, it's not brain surgery, but like anything, it does require a really strategic plan in order to do so. So first, I want to tell you all about something called the GLOW method. The GLOW method is something that I developed way back when I started becoming a career coach as a framework to help people understand what we would take them through to get the results they're looking for, right? You want to have a glow up. GLOW stands for gain perspective, illuminate the goal, own your actions, and work it daily. And if you know, my company is called Work It Daily because that fourth step tends to be the hardest. So what I want to do is take you through the GLOW method framework today to help you understand why we need each step in order to pivot careers successfully. Because those transferable skills, taking it from one job you did to another, they're the secret sauce. So let's break it down with gain perspective first. A mistake I see a lot of people make, I don't want to do this job as an underwater basket weaver anymore. I want to go over here now and be a real estate agent. And they look at their skills as an underwater basket weaver and they say, well, all these things that I learned, a lot of them can be applied to real estate. I did the research. So I'm just going to start applying to these real estate jobs with my, fancy dancy resume, and they're going to understand that my skills are transferable and they're going to want to hire me for the job. Folks, that's not how it works. Okay. Recruiters and hiring managers cannot make that connection. Just because you can see the transferable skills does not mean they can. And the truth is that when you send your resume, you've already sealed your fate. You're not getting that job because a resume is a historical perspective of what you've done previously. And so if I'm a hiring manager or recruiter and somebody sends me a job to be a real estate agent and all that's listed on there is a history of being an underwater basket weaver, where's the connection in that? You're not going to be considered for the job. So the first thing that I need you all to understand perspective-wise is when you change careers, you can't use the traditional way of applying to jobs because it will not work for you. You can't send a resume and assume that they can read between the lines because they can't and they won't. And quite frankly, why should they? They're getting hundreds of other applicants that do have the historical work history they're looking for that appear on paper like a match. You on paper don't look like a match. And that's the big G, the gain perspective that I need you to understand right now. Can we all see that? So if you want to pivot careers, change careers, you're not applying through the normal channels because it's not going to work. So when we think about illuminating the goal here, right, the L in the GLOW method, you have to figure out what the transferable skills are and then how you are going to convey those transferable skills in a way that will get a recruiter or a hiring manager's attention and get them to think, well, even though they don't have the work history, they probably could do this job. How are you going to make that happen? Because I've got some good news for you. It happens all the time. We help people inside Work It Daily all the time switch careers. Okay. But that illuminating the goal of, all right, what are my transferable skills? And then how am I going to market them? Because that's actually what you're doing to hiring managers and recruiters so they actually will consider me for the role. Does that make sense? All right. So the first tool that we use to help people with this is a tool that is available to all of you for free. It is our Unlock Your UVA tool. And I want to just show it to you so that you can understand. If you go into the free resource center of Work It Daily, which you all have access to. If you're not a member of our free resource center, go over to workitdaily.com. Free resource center is right in the menu bar at the top. Sign up and you will get access. And here we are inside of it. And this is the Unlock Your UVA tool right here. Can you see what it's doing? It's an AI tool that's going to ask you. It says, what is keeping you up at night? And what you're going to do is tell it, look, I'm looking to change careers. This is the career I was in. This is the career I want to go to. and I'm really struggling with my transferable skills and how to market myself for the job. All right. And this AI assistant is going to have a total conversation with you for free. All right. Now, once it's done, this is the cool part, it's going to give you some videos that tell you about yourself. It's going to say, look, based on what you shared with me, this is the value, the UVA that you provide that you need to be marketing to these hiring managers and these recruiters. Okay. This tool is going to give that to you. So cool. So amazing. All right. So you will not only get some videos in the conversation, but then here's one better. For those of you that are members of our program, you will also be able to unlock a report. So not only will it give you videos and give you the answers in the feed for free, but if you go and join our program with a 7-day free trial, you will actually get a 3-page result. Do you look at this? Do you see this? This is a breakdown of everything you need to know about yourself and what you're going to need to do in order to transfer your skills and change careers. This will be unlocked for you when you have a membership. So good news, all my Work It Daily members out there, my posse that are in my membership program, you have access to this. You just go over to the Unlock Your UVA and you go to your UVA results and you've got access to your 3-page report, okay? But if you're not a member of my program, if you don't have your 7-day free trial yet, today might be the day if you're looking to change careers so that you can unlock this report. But at the very least, you can go back and work with the tool and get the videos that will tell you a little bit about yourself so that you can understand your transferable skills, okay? So this is what we do to illuminate the goal. Like I said, over at Work It Daily, we give people a 3-page report so they understand what they need to do to transfer their skills. This is how we are able to, again, illuminate the goal of what they're going to do. Now, once you've illuminated that goal and said, okay, now I get it. This is my UVA, my unique value add. This is how I'm going to share that. Now we need to own your actions. Okay. That's the O in the GLOW method, meaning we've got to build a game plan so that you are working smarter, not harder. You are not wasting your time, right? Blindly applying online and getting constantly rejected. You are targeting the people that work in the departments of the companies that you would like to work in with this new type of work. And you are doing back channeling techniques as a way to do that. Okay. So this is very, very important because if we know more about ourselves and what we're going to do, we're going to be able to get that better result. We're not going to be spending hours and hours and hours on trying to get a job and feeling like a failure. We're going to be very, very targeted. Now, for those of you, again, that are inside the Work It Daily platform, you've got a membership. Again, if you don't have one, there's a 7-day free trial. Feel free to grab that. I want to show you where you're going. You're going to the course, and I will bring it up here for you, which is amazing. Our very first course called Issue Number 1, No Interviews. Because if you're trying to change careers, you're not getting interviews because you haven't, again, followed the GLOW method correctly. And this is our course. It's all short videos that you listen to like a podcast, and it breaks down everything you're going to need to do. Because once you've illuminated the goal and you have your transferable skills, see the self-assessment here, illuminate the goal. Once you have all that, now the own your actions is we know how to fix your resume. We know how to fix your LinkedIn profile. We know how to fix your cover letter because yes, you're going to need an introduction letter to get them excited about you as a candidate because you're a non-traditional candidate, right? Then we're going to show you how to go shopping. We're going to show you how to create a bucket list of companies, how to brand yourself, right? And then how to back channel to those folks. And then lastly, how to create that job matching matrix that shows even though you don't have the job titles previously, you can do the job. Now, if you don't know what a job matching matrix is, I actually showed it yesterday. Go back and watch yesterday's live podcast. It's an amazing tool that further validates that you can do the job, all right? So this whole course right here is all available to those of you that are in my Work It Daily platform that takes you through the GLOW method and make sure that you are transferring those skills, branding yourself correctly, and then reaching out correctly in order to get their attention. Okay. And this is so easy for you to follow. So if you've ever been thinking about joining us, today would be the day to get the 7-day free trial. You can get through this lesson in an afternoon. You could learn exactly what you need to do to change careers with this one lesson in one afternoon. That's how easy it is. Okay. But I want to give you a story so that I can really drive that point home. This is probably one of my favorites. I had a young man come to me, and he had been a manager in a paint store, and he'd gone through like this. This was a national chain, and they had a management training program, and he went through it, and he made a very good living, right? But he wanted to leave and become a financial planner. What? Like, where's the connection there? Where's the transferable skills there? And so I met with him and I said, can you help me understand why this big pivot? Because on paper, no financial planning company is going to even consider you when your vast majority of your career over 10 years has been managing general manager of paint stores. And he said, yes, last year my dad died unexpectedly. And when he died, we found out that the business he had been running was left in financial ruin, which means he left my mother in financial ruin, and she was going to lose everything. The business, the house that she had lived in for 30 years and raised us in, everything. He said, I quickly had to get up to speed on this, learn the business, learn financial planning, figure out her financial situation. He said, I was able to find a way to sell the business, make enough money for her to keep her house and have something to live on. He said, but I never want to see people go through that again. If I can save one family from going through that, that's what I want to do. I want to take this life experience I had along with my managerial skills, right? My people skills, and I want to become a financial planner. Okay. We unlocked his UVA, right? We unlocked his connection story. And so he was able to go through the course that I just shared with you and set himself up for success. Now, here is the best part. You don't lead with, hey, by the way, I have no financial planning experience. What he led with was, I want to tell you the story that how the death of my father has made me want to become a financial planner. Guess what happened? He picked 5 financial planning companies he researched that were the best that he wanted to work for. He went to each one and said, can I informational interview with you? You're in the top 5 financial planning companies I'd like to work for. I want to tell you the story of how the death of my father's made me want to become a financial planner. He got interviews with all 5. He got job offers from 3, and he took a job with his number 1 pick. Now, not all of you are going to have as powerful a connection story around why you want to switch careers. But what you need to understand is that our methodology, the GLOW method, is going to pull out of you the compelling aspects that you are going to need to share for them to consider you for this. Because if you can't make a case of why somebody should take you from being an underwater basket weaver to a real estate agent, or being a general manager of a paint store to being a financial planner, that is on you. That is the marketing, the branding of you. And it gets done every day. We help people switch careers every day, but it doesn't get done without following these steps because you aren't connecting the dots for them. And those transferable skills and how to market them are the secret sauce. Does that make sense to everyone? It is so, so important. And I want to show that again because I don't think you can underestimate having a step-by-step course like this one inside our platform is going to make sure that you are doing everything correctly to switch careers. And once you're inside the platform, you're going to be able to come to live sessions all week long where we're supporting and answering questions and helping people through this. Because doing this in isolation, doing this by yourself without any guidance is going to make your career pivot that much harder and that much longer. You have not pivoted careers before. If you have, then maybe you do know exactly what to do. But for the vast majority of people, they've never pivoted before. They have no structure and they do not understand how to do it. And so it is really important that you get that guidance. So if you just want to take the first step today and get inside the free resource center, don't forget, you can go over and you can unlock your UVA with our free UVA tool in the free resource center. You can grab your three-page report if you grab a 7-day free trial. And you can grab and get access immediately today to our course that will teach you exactly how to land job interviews and switch careers. Okay? All right. I hope that made sense to everybody. Because changing careers, we all want to do it. There isn't a person I haven't met that hasn't changed careers at some point. In fact, they say that people will change their careers multiple times in their lifetime now, especially with the rate of change and AI disrupting things and the job market changing, and even our interests and our lifestyle and things happening in our lives. We're going to want to change careers, but it's not something they taught you in school. It's not something that just readily, easily comes to you. There has to be a strategy behind it. And the GLOW method, again, gain perspective, illuminate the goal, own your actions, work it daily, is how you're going to be able to do that successfully. Does that make sense to everybody? Yes? Do you have any questions regarding transferable skills and pivoting careers? If you do, feel free to pop it in the chat. I am able to take questions from YouTube, LinkedIn, and Facebook. I'm sorry, TikTok. They don't allow you to stream over here. You should be over on the free resource center. That's how you're able to see everything that I'm doing, but also where you can grab access to that free resource center and get your questions answered. I just really want to make sure that people know that there is a way to change careers. And I see a lot of people try and then fail and get frustrated and give up. And you shouldn't give up. If you really want to change careers, we can figure it out. But you are going to have to put some effort into the strategy around it. It's not something that you just decide to do and it happens overnight. I wish it was that easy. I really do. But as I pointed out, recruiters and hiring managers are only looking at the people who have the previous experience. So the only way you're going to get them to consider you is if you build an alternative plan and you build a back channel in order for them to have a story and a connection with you first and a brand experience, right? Because you're a business of one, marketing yourself, that gets them to go, okay, maybe they don't have the exact work history, but boy, they sure have all the other things we need, right? They clearly have the passion and the purpose and the transferable skills. We can give them a shot, but they're going to have to see that from you. They're going to have to hear that from you. They're going to have to feel that from you in order to give you a shot. Otherwise, it's just safer for them to give it to a person who's had the job before. And you could do that job if just given a chance, right? Well, this is how you get your chance. Yeah. So we've got a quick question here from Leon. How do you get past people saying that you're overqualified when you have an advanced degree? I love that question, Leon. So first of all, be really careful where you share that advanced degree. A lot of people make the mistake of putting like letters after their name and putting it in the headline on LinkedIn. When you overshare your advanced degree, you are sending a branding message that, hey, I only want jobs that require this degree. And so when you're pivoting careers, especially a career that doesn't require it, then you don't need to be blasting it everywhere. I'm not saying hide it. It's just in our experience, what we'll do is put it in the additional experience section of a resume, which is on the lower half of the resume, so that it's there. So we don't want to lie, but that we're not trying to say, look, you have, if you're hiring me for my MBA. Like, you don't want to do that in this market, especially if you're changing careers. You only want to focus on the things that are transferable and relevant to that career. Make sense? Yeah. The thing that I talk about a lot is that when you get told you're overqualified, oftentimes that's code for you're not relevant or you're irrelevant, which is exactly what I'm talking about here today. If I see you have all of this stuff and the way you've branded yourself is you have all of these things, I'm like a BMW, but yeah, I'll take your job over here that only requires a Honda or a Hyundai. They're not going to look at that. They're going to go, I can't pay for the BMW. I'm not, even if the BMW is willing to let me purchase it at a lower price, that doesn't make me comfortable because they're going to leave the moment they get a better job. So switching careers means changing your brand, but also really driving home why you aren't going to ditch them the moment something else comes along, because that's the other fear they're going to have, that you're just taking the job to have a job, when in reality, you actually want to be there and stay there, you're going to have to do a lot of convincing. And so you have to think about that quite a bit when you're branding yourself and when you want to pivot a job like that. Yeah, really, really important. Great question. Thank you. Do I have any other questions on the subject? Is this making sense to everybody? If it is, can I get like a heck yeah in the comments? Yeah, I want to just make sure that you're understanding this, because I don't want you to give up on changing careers. I'm telling you, here's the great news. Once you learn this, right? Once you apply the GLOW method and you learn our techniques, now when you have to change careers the next time around, because it'll happen eventually, you'll know what to do. But at some point in time, you got to go to job school to learn this stuff. Otherwise, it could be a really painful process for you. Yeah. Excellent. Very good. All right. Well, listen, here's what I'm going to do. I'm going to remind you all. The company where all of this is available is workitdaily.com. I'm going to post it right now in the comments. You can Google search it, workitdaily.com. The free resource center is in the menu bar. That's where you can go unlock your UVA. No credit card required, no gimmicks. It really is free, right? I built a free resource center. My team and I should say built a free resource center because we knew there were literally tens of thousands of people out there that need help. You will be in great company. There's over 13,000 professionals in there, all supporting one another. It's an amazing community. And if you are really ready to take it next level, speed things up, and you're ready to get the video training and the private coaching and be part of an elite community of people that are speeding up their job search, then grab a 7-day free trial of Work It Daily. You're ready for a membership. Memberships start at $39 a month, folks. That's it. You know, your gym membership costs more than that, and we can get you the results from the couch. So how cool is that, right? This might be the sign. If you're a career changer and you've been struggling, today might be the day that you're like, you know, I'm going to try that Work It Daily thing. Number one comment we get is that it's nothing like I thought it was going to be. And then they say, I wish I joined sooner. We get that every single day. What you think we are, you're probably wrong, which is why we do a 7-day free trial. Because people get in there and then they're like, oh my gosh, this is nothing like I thought it was. I didn't realize how badly I needed this. So, but until you're ready, the free resource center is there to serve you, including these lives that I do 3 times a week. Okay. Yeah. Very, very good. Okay. Listen, I will be back tomorrow. I'm going to be talking about the questions you should ask if you get laid off. Right now, at the time I'm recording this, a study came out that said people are more concerned about keeping their jobs than they are about professional advancement. It is a sign of the times. Everyone is holding on dearly to jobs. Unfortunately, there's going to be a lot more layoffs this year. And when you get blindsided with a layoff, you should be prepared with these 5 questions. So I will be going over that tomorrow. Mark your calendars. Get inside the free resource center so we can send you the reminder and the recording afterwards. And hopefully I'll see a bunch of you inside the Work It Daily platform working on that course so we can help you transfer to a new job. Yes? All right. Thanks, everybody. Have a great day. Bye-bye.